Hello soul friends, this is Miriam and welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is all about what does animal spirit have to say to you. Okay, so if you're here looking for a specific answer, if you're here just looking for random advice, or if you just want to know which animals your spirit is drawn to, this is the reading for you. This is one of my favorite kind of readings because I love animal stuff. So remember, no matter your individual beliefs, tarot or oracle card readings are just your spirit guides coming through, giving you advice, or just simply your subconscious mind coming through to answer life's ponders in either way that is healthy, and you are in the right place. So introducing our decks that we will be using today, we'll have 4 piles for you to pick through. We have pile 1. And if you like to pick with stones, we have this little piece of jasper here. And this is the Spirit Animal Oracle. So that's pile 1. Pile 2 is messages from your animal spirit guides oracle cards. And here is your stone for that pile. It's a green aventurine. Then we also have Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Ooh. And some clear quartz. Excuse me. And then this deck actually comes with a much larger box, and then another box within that, and a sleeve, and then this little box inside with the cards. So this is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle card deck. Okay. You might have seen the Wild Unknown Tarot cards. I have that set as well. Your stone for those is black. Ooh, nope, that's onyx. Okay, and then for each of your readings, no matter which pile you pick, you'll be getting tarot cards from the Animal Tarot cards and the Spirit Animal Tarot as well. All right, so pause the video if you need. Remember, we have piles 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I will see you in your individual readings. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 1. So if you picked this pile, the Spirit Animal Oracle, I can't tell you how awesome this deck is. Okay. So first off, we're going to start, and it's very inexpensive. First off, we're going to start with getting 1 card for you only, pile 1, to get a feel for your overall energy during this time. Okay, so there's going to be 1 animal in particular whose energy we're going to focus on for you right now that your guides want you to focus on. Ooh, that one. Okay, so we have Grasshopper Spirit, Take a Leap of Faith, number 30. So what I get from this card right off the bat is that very strong Fool energy from like tarot, where, so if you read tarot for yourself, I wouldn't be surprised if you have pulled Fool cards regarding anything that you've been pondering recently. Okay, and so Grasshopper Spirit is coming forth to let you know that it's okay to take that leap of faith, to jump forward and take that next adventure. Okay, that maybe feels a little careless to you, but you actually kind of want to do it, right? Spirit saying go for it, or your subconscious mind is saying go for it. And grasshopper comes forth as also a symbol of luck, depending on what culture you are reading. So let's go ahead and put grasshopper up there. I'm going to zoom so that you can see your cards better. I'm like, kind of, you can't really see anything right now because everything is so dark. All right, let's go ahead and maybe, there we go. Okay, so let's get some more Animal Oracle cards for pile 1. Positive sign pile 1 that, you know, you get like a little luck symbol like that right off the bat. Okay, this one just, that one. Okay, and these 2. Thank you. Okay. So let's talk about what animal spirit has to say to you, pile 1. Okay, so keep in mind with Animal Oracle and with Animal Tarot that the characteristics of the animals themselves, their light qualities and their dark qualities, can come into play depending on their relationship towards each other, okay? And depending on what kind of energy is coming through or what kind of like feelings I'm getting in my mind from the cards. So right off the bat, we know that we've got a lucky symbol here. So I'm happy to announce that whatever you might be wondering about, if you can see that better if we put it like right here. There we go. Whatever you've been wondering about or pondering or struggling with, this right here seems like a good sign. So let's just get some more information. We have Fox Spirit. Think on your feet. Fox also I take as a lucky critter. Okay, so that is also a good thing. We also have Parrot Spirit. Watch your words. Number 45. With Parrot, definitely focus on your throat chakra as well if you're into chakra stuff, folks, okay? Next, we have Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. Turtles are also a symbol of courage, okay? Think of the little baby turtles on the beach that just head out, you know, even though most of them don't make it, or a lot of them don't make it, right? So they're a symbol of courage and of charging forward despite adversity, okay? So that's also a good symbol to have with turtle. But with slow and steady wins the race, definitely I'm seeing like during this lucky time, and you're taking this leap of faith, they're also saying to not just like jump blindly, okay? So don't go full fool is what I'm hearing now, okay, with the addition of these 3 cards. Also, being the fox, I see that you're more than capable, and your guides are saying that you're more than capable of being able to pull that off, okay? Pull off whatever it is that you're trying to do. But to watch your words, sometimes you might talk really fast, and then later you're like, oof, I should have left that one part out because that was the one part that weakened my argument, or that was the one part that escalated the other person into getting angry, etc. And then slow and steady wins the race. You know, to me, that just is like nice and slow, okay? And also to keep your shell up, all right? Next, we have Whale Spirit. Trust the great mystery. Number 65. So with whales, also this could be a time of healing for you, some of you pile 1s I'm getting, and that if you are dealing with any health issues at this time, okay, always go to the doctor. I'm not a doctor, you always got to throw that in there. But with the whale spirit coming in, that's a good indication that some healing is going to take place. So, you know, use your doctor wisely and go see your doctor. But I think it's pretty, I'm seeing optimism with the whale coming through. And maybe listen to some whale music, some whale song on like YouTube and stuff like that. Because that will give you some healing vibes also. If you live on the beach, man, get out there and try to do the real thing as far as I'm concerned. And last but not least, Turkey Spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. And lucky you guys, everything's covered in cat hair. Number 61. Lots of 60s. We got 61, 65, 62, okay? And then we've got 27 and 45 and number 30. So always keep those numbers in mind. If they pop out to you, you might want to write them down, like pause the video if you need to and write these guys down and which numbers they corresponded to, because you'll start seeing like those signs in everyday life, okay? And it could be in movies, it could be in songs that you're listening to, it could be signs that you like, literal street and like business signs that you see on the road when you're driving somewhere. It could be words that people say or phrases that people say to you that make you go, wait a minute, okay? And so all of these little guys here, all these critters are helping you out. You can also consider that depending on where they dwell, okay, you have like a winged feathered animal, okay, and then you have your earth animals and your water animals, all right? And so keep those things in mind with like the numbers too. Like these could be trips that you're taking near water, or trips that you're taking near land, trips you're taking in the air, okay? Maybe keep your voice down when you're going on a flight. It could be something as simple as that, okay? Everybody's here for different reasons, and this is a general reading, but from what I'm seeing here, pile ones, is that you've got this lucky thing coming up in your life where you're already there. You've had this big accomplishment. You've had this big opportunity. You're feeling pretty darn good. And it's a clear green light for you to take a leap of faith if you're like, you know, as cliche as it sounds, you know, looking for a new job or like starting a new project, blah, 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 okay? Hopping into a new relationship, etc., you know, platonic or otherwise. All of those things, it's a good time. It's a great opportunity and it's a lucky time, and your guides are saying to go for it, and then cautioning you to be sure, though, even when you're going forward, to think on your feet. So don't just like quit the job you have now because you're going to start your own business, okay? Like side hustle for a while, as a good friend of mine says. Side hustle for a while, but keep your day job, okay? So like if this is like you want to do art or something like that, in all its forms, start doing hobby work, right? Start a podcast or start doing YouTube videos or try out for a play or whatever it is that you're into, okay? Some people just like getting like a second job that's like the type of job that you don't have to think as much, okay? Like maybe you work in an office like looking at code all day, but like you also like to just like bartend on the part-time hours, okay? Because that just like is social work that you can talk to lots of different people. It's not anything that you have to dwell on or worry or analyze when you get home, those types of deals, okay? So think on your feet, plan ahead, make sure you have a place to live, make sure you have money saved up, make sure all your little ducks are in a row, especially when it comes to your health, okay? Any type of health stuff, it looks like it's optimistic, but make sure that you go and get looked at to make sure that everything's okay. A lot of times optimism is because you went in time to see a professional. All right. Watch your words. So be very cautious about how you speak with people right now. Slow down perhaps how you speak, and slow down with like your decision making that you're doing. Okay. So you're taking this leap of faith, but that doesn't mean you just have to like dive headfirst in. You can wade in, they're saying. Okay. You're going for it, but you don't have to totally just jump right in. Okay. You can kind of work your way towards it, and it'll be luckier that way, because then at least more comfortable that way, and it won't be so jarring with all the change that might be coming up. And then you'll be able to have all this gratitude when it's over. Okay. And they're also saying that when you have a lucky time, never, ever, ever, ever forget to be grateful. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what we, sorry about that, pile one. So my SD card is full, so I keep running out of stuff. So anywho, so camel is a good hoarder of resources, okay, that can survive in very bleak conditions. And so with the way that they store the water on their back, I think is where I left off, that is a good symbol of like the way you need to be like using your time wisely, okay? and doing what you need to do, taking the time you need to take during this lucky, lucky time. Okay, let's look at what else we got. We have Swan, Angel of Alchemy. Swans are all about grace. And they're also about strength in a way. They're actually very fierce fighters. They will kill a human being if they feel threatened by them. They can definitely make that happen. Okay, so I believe that this is the Temperance card in Tarot, but I would have to double check myself on that one. Let me see. Next we have Bull, the Keeper of Sacred Tradition. So this is definitely the Hierophant card, okay? And then we have Nine of Feathers. So this would be Nine of Swords. So I see some anxiety. Nautilus, Ace of Shells. Those would be Pentacles, right? The Jaguar, Eight of Branches. So that would be Eight of Wands. And 10 of Branches. The Scarab Beetle. Scarabs are super duper holy sacred critters. Okay, so let's talk about what I'm seeing here. So once again, Luna has come to say hi. So that's always a good lucky sign when one of the kitties comes to your reading, especially if it's on animals. So you might want to look up stuff on cats as well. All right, so just to make things even harder to see here, Luna has come in to say hi and you know, jazz up your reading, y'all. Okay, so I see this idea of keeping your resources together, keeping your balance, okay? That you need to watch your words as well, because others are watching you and emulating you, if that makes sense. Pile ones, okay? So with the Hierophant, see those little bunnies are watching this bull? It's because they're looking up to him, okay? And so this is like the teacher card or the mentor card and the sacred person in power, but not just power in earthly realms, but in spiritual as well. So think of like a priest, right? We also have the Nine of Swords or Nine of Feathers. So with the Nine of Feathers, I see like your head maybe getting into a spot where you're feeling some anxiety, and notice how we've got it underneath the turtle here. I think this is the point where you need to calm down, heal, slow down, and look at one thought at a time, okay? Because you've got so much going on with this new venture that you're going to start to get overwhelmed. All right, then we also have the Ace of Pentacles, which means that you have such a great opportunity to have like earthly delight with this, okay, which is great, and that it's going to happen soon without any obstacles in your way. It's going to feel like a lot, but the sun is on the horizon, okay? So just some of you are going to have that one final push to get through this, all right? Now, before I lose daylight entirely, let me get some of these. I only need a couple more tarot cards, I think, for pile one, since they got so many of the others. Also, take note of all these animals, okay? So, like, if you want to pause the video and write them down, if they show up in your everyday life, just out of the blue, go ahead and take that as a sign. We're going to do 3 more. Oh, Luna. Okay. So 10 of Autumn, Golden Retriever. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. Yeah, this goes along with me with the gratitude card, okay? That with this great opportunity, and this is basically the 10 of Pentacles, just so you know, from this deck of tarot. And this could be autumn, could be a clue for some of you that this might be when this is happening, depending on when you're watching this, okay? And depending on when you're watching it, I feel like if it's not soon, like right now soon, it's going to be soon within the year soon, or within 8 months soon. Or it could just indicate there will be no obstacles that are going to grate on your nerves too much. Nothing's going to get in your way or stop you. Okay, you have the strength to get through this. Let's see what else we have here. But yes, make sure to have gratitude towards the people that helped you get to where you got. Okay, we also have, oh, look at that, Calico Cat. Look at Luna. She is a Calico Cat. Oh yes, we love Luna. Okay, so Calico Cat says, and this is the Ace of Autumn, which is once again, oh, you guys, Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Okay, you can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. What did I just say? Did you not see me shuffle those? It's not like we can make this stuff up, guys. How amazing is that? And the Calico Kitty, one of the luckiest kitties. Yes, they're so lucky. And she has bunny fur, we say. So she's a little hybrid kitty, we say. Right, Luna? All right, thank you. Oh, and last but not least, the Emperor. All right, this says, Dear Mouse. Luna likes to eat dear mouse, by the way. Dear mice, sorry. My grammar is not goodly right now. Okay, I know you can't see this, but I'm going to read it to you. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much more wisdom to offer. Y'all. This is crazy. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Pile ones and the light saying it for us. I think that's pretty much all you need to know. Man, congratulations to those of you who picked pile 1. And Luna says congratulations too. Ah, there she goes. Okay, so censored. Get one more good look at your awesome pile here, pile 1. We'll see you in your next one, okay? Oh, also, make sure to like and subscribe if you could stomach this at all, or if it was helpful. Give me some comments if you resonated with this in any way, and give me some comments on readings you'd like to see in the future. Also, I am available for readings, private readings. If you'd like to set one up, you can send me an email on my Miriam the Mage email listed on my channel here, or you can drop a line in the comments and I can give you instructions on how to get a hold of me in a message like that. All right. Thank you so much, pile ones. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, y'all. And if you picked pile 2, here are your messages from your animal spirit guides. So first off, we're going to get one card that's going to tell me your overall energy right now and which animal you are connected to the most. Oh, hang on there, y'all. You got 2. I'm going to go with that. So you got 2 overall energy cards. Let's look and see what these are. We have Tortoise. You're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. Okay. And then you also got the Weasel. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. Kind of interesting. Very similar energy to the previous pile. So if you picked more than one pile, you're still in the right place, perhaps. So here we have the Tortoise. And I guarantee you that probably in every single one of these decks that I've been using today, there is a tortoise in there. So I'm also going to tell you some of the energy that I just kind of associate with tortoises myself. Since I'm the one doing the reading, it might be significant to you in other ways besides just what's saying here. Okay, but definitely go with the messages that you see written before you, as these are the cards that you picked yourself. So the tortoise is also a symbol of courage. It's also a symbol of wisdom, of like ancient wisdom, okay, and ancient magic, because they can live a long time. And it's also this idea of like some of the more negative aspects of it are like, you know, being too much in your shell, or yeah, they're saying that you're not grounded enough, and so that you need to be more on the ground like a tortoise. Which is an interesting lesson that's coming through with this particular deck, kind of different from what you usually see. You also have the little adages of, you know, slow and steady wins the race. you know, for some reason, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just popped into my head. I don't know why. Maybe one of you likes that cartoon or likes that storyline or that universe. Or pizza. Maybe you just like pizza. Anyway, sorry, that just gave me the chuckles. What I think is interesting is that both of these critters do live low to the ground, although you have the water elements, as well. But I would say that like with a tortoise and with a weasel, like very much like I'm getting like earth vibes. Okay. So, with the weasel being low to the ground and being very quick, they're generally considered to be crafty. Okay. And so overall, that's the energy that I'm getting for you for this. So what does that mean in your day-to-day life? It kind of depends on each of you individually, what each of you are going through, since it's a general reading. But I'm getting this sense that there's a lot of stuff going on around you in your life right now. And that can be coming in all various forms. Let me zoom out so you can see. But what I'm seeing is that there's so much going on in your life right now that you're having a hard time focusing, or you're having a hard time, like they said, staying grounded. Okay, so let's see what other animals have messages for you. Hello. Okay, we've got two. Man, these two are really stuck together, so that might be a sign as well, depending on what these turn out to be. Sorry, I wanted the top to be on top. Okay. And away we go. Spirit animal messages for pile 2. Maybe some clarification on why they need to be grounded. Oh, okay, thank you. So you got 5 cards. I was looking for around 4, so 5 is just about perfect. And a little sequin just popped off my shirt. So we'll put that right there for you, pile 2s. And it's kind of a turquoise color, so maybe that's a sign to some of you as well. All right. And away we go. 2, 3. There's something on you. There's also something on this card, which is weird because I've actually never used these before. So wherever it came from, it didn't come from me. All right, so let's look at what we've got here. We have gorilla. Take time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. Okay. What else is going on? Ladybug. This is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all good things in your life. Excellent. Spider. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Interesting. Very specific on that one. And we have polar bear. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcome. So I know that's hard to see. The lighting in here is not the best today. However, I noticed on my recording of pile 1s that it was actually a lot better than what it looks like to me right now. So I'm flying blind, but maybe you guys can see everything okay. Okay, and then last but not least, we have a goose. So take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. Okay. So let me drink this in for a minute. So you're not grounded right now. There's something that you need to observe, even physical feelings and what is happening around you inside, okay, and all around you. And then you're too fragmented and you need to get grounded. Okay, so with the family stuff happening right next to this good fortune card, not to trash on anyone's family. Some of you might be very close to your family. Some of you might not. But one thing about family that I've noticed is that when good fortune befalls one person in a family, the rest kind of show up if they know about it, okay? Especially if the fortune is extremely widespread, okay? Or if it's a type of fortune that you like to share, All right. Also, and this, you know, and this could be like, not like, I'm not just talking about like bad family members that come in and mooch off of you and they show up because you've had good fortune. That could be going on for some people. Okay. And we'll address that as we go. But for some, it could just mean because, you know, good times like to be shared. And so like you might be close to some of your family. So in really tight-knit families, it seems like they do pull together in good times and bad. And so whether or not you enjoy their company, you know, and sometimes you might, and sometimes you might not, and that's okay. Sometimes you know, some of you may never want them around. Some of you might always want them around. Okay. What I'm seeing is that because you've got this stuff going on, this new opportunity, your head might be kind of in the clouds, and that might be what they're trying to tell you here. You're also looking out for your family in some way. Okay. They're in some way, their energy is somehow taking up space with the energy that you're also focusing in on this. And I also feel that most of them in this pile are aware of your good fortune. Apparently writing is something that your guides would like you to try. That might sound very strange to some of you who do not write, but the fact that it's being so specific, I'm going to go ahead and honor that. But I'll go ahead and also tell you that with spiders, in the sense of like their spiritual properties and whatnot, they're usually seen as magical, divine feminine, strong, creative, and they tend to embody like ingenuity. Okay. And so with their ability to adapt and their ability to live on the ground, live in the air. Okay. Right. There's even like some kind of weird spiders that kind of live in the water. Right. Although I don't think they actually call those guys spiders, but I'm not a biologist, y'all. So don't listen to me when I talk about stuff like that. I mean, literally in my last reading a while back, I called Norwell's unicorn whales. So I also call antelope bouncy deer. So don't listen to me on anything specific on those, on my own knowledge of biology. Trust your instincts and just go with what is resonating with you. We have polar bear next, which is stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectively, and compassionately. Notice compassionately shows up twice, so that's not an accident. I think that needs to be pointed out. And it's also an earthly, you know, type critter, right? Let's see. With no attachment to the outcome. So this might be some ways that you might have to stand up to your family. This might be some ways you have to stand up for your family. Okay. This might be ways you have to stand up for your fortune. All right. And I am hearing coming through, writing your ideas or your thoughts down at the very least will help you process, even if you're not like a creative writer. Okay. Or a regular writer. Some journaling might help. And if you need help, like coming up with prompts for journals, just think about what you need and what you want to figure out and just Google that, like journal prompts for if I want to feel this way. And chances are you're going to find some kind of an answer on Google. I've noticed that the more poorly phrased your wording is on Google, the more accurate it is at finding what I need. Okay. That being said, last but not least, we have the goose, which is take time to rest and recuperate rather than continue your striving. Yes. So especially with like this telling you to rest, we have like a more slow moving animal. Okay. But they're telling you that you need to be grounded here. And then we have the weasel next telling you to be silent and observe what you're seeing rather than scurrying about. All right. Take time to listen. This is a good time of abundance for everything in your life, including your family. So even if your family is stressing you out, this opportunity or this experience is going to be a good thing in regards to your family in some way. And if you're like, hell no, it's not, I don't even talk to my family, that's fine. In that case, you'll be fine too. Those of you that may be estranged, okay? And that's totally fine. It's not as uncommon as you might think. Okay, so that all being said, let's move on to some tarot, and let's start with the Spirit Animal Tarot. we'll probably want about 5 of these since we have 5 of the other cards in case there's any extra information that, ooh, spoiler alert, the 3rd card is an elephant. Let's keep going. And these are tarot cards, by the way, if I didn't say that before. Yes, I did. It was in the title, I bet. My gosh. I just have all kinds of... That was like the slowest, most awkward jump out card I've ever seen in my life. You know, take that as a sign if you have guides that are slow and awkward, or were slow and awkward in life, and you were like, oh my gosh, they're here right now. But you could also just take it as a sign that I'm very awkward, as it were. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at Elephant first. This is a major arcana card, so it is going to be super important to your overall life. Okay, so we might as well look at it. So this is the Justice card. Okay, generally what this card means is that justice will prevail in this situation that you're here for. Whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're pondering right now, that justice will prevail to whomever is in the right. All right, pile 2. So that means that if you are in the right, then don't worry, y'all are going to win. Since it says this is a time of good fortune, I think you are probably in the right, pile 2s. Okay, so don't worry about feeling down on yourself and thinking that maybe things aren't going to go in your favor because maybe you're bad and wrong. Okay, and I feel like I need to say this. Sometimes families can be good at making you feel that way, especially if you're in one of those strained family type situations. Because I don't feel that for everyone, but I am feeling some strain either for someone who's watching right now or somebody who's going to watch down the line. Okay, so justice will prevail in this situation and good fortune will come through for you. All right, let's see what else we got. Hummingbird. Aw, 6 of branches. So 6 of branches would be like the 6 of wands. And that is excellent. It's underneath the family card. And that also makes me feel better about the family aspect, because the 6 of wands is usually a card in tarot that shows someone being celebrated by like their people, you know, like a guy on a horse that's like marching through and everybody's like cheering him on. Okay. A hummingbird is also an animal that is called a jewel, a flying jewel in other countries. Okay. They're considered like precious. They're considered a being of transformation and of adaptation, and also a being who appreciates the nectar in life. It's so sweet, right? Okay, so I think this is your guides saying that regardless of what's in, this is under your family card, right? So regardless of what's going on with your family, you can still enjoy this lucky time and not let them bring you down if they are a strain. Okay. And they're also saying that it's totally fine to speak up for yourself. If say even you enjoy your family being around, but they're just like in your house too much, like celebrating with you, but you're like, guys, it's my honeymoon. I need you to not be here right now. I'm seeing from your spirit guides that your family is going to see that with grace. Okay. That you're going to do it with grace as long as you watch your words, pay attention, be silent, be compassionate, and always compassion and respect. Okay. Especially to your family members during this time, but any of your loved ones. Okay. So if they really are sleeping on your living room floor during your honeymoon, y'all, and you would rather not have them there at this time, it is okay for you to speak up. Just do it with compassion and everything will be fine. Okay. And you will come up with the right plans because you got spider energy. Also with your hummingbird, take time to enjoy this. I feel like your head is up in the clouds in the sense that like you're dwelling more on like stressors right now or what could go wrong, when really you need to be focusing on what is going right, because your guides are saying, don't worry, everything is going swell for you. And I don't usually say swell. So if any of you have guides or loved ones that say swell, you might want to take that as a sign. If you say swell, it's definitely a sign. Okay, we have the swan, the angel of alchemy. I believe this is the temperance card. And I got this in the last pile as well, but I've buried the book. And I know for a fact that I'm like nervous and I'm not going to figure it out, but I'm pretty sure this is the temperance card, y'all. I think. But I'm okay. Maybe I should check. I'm gonna check. This doesn't represent my skill. I just want you to take that into consideration. Ooh, something just popped out for you guys when I was reaching for the book. So look, I was supposed to be dumb and mess it up. Yay! It was all part of divine planning. And look, I opened it right to the right page. And look, it's the Temperance card. Did I say it was the Temperance card? I did. Okay, good. Y'all, you know how much better that made me feel just now? So much better. Okay. All right, so let's look at what else. So we've got the Temperance card next to Justice, which to me means balance, means all good things, y'all, okay? That you're going to balance everything out, okay? The good with the bad, the blessings with the stressors during a blessing, okay? And that you are in the right and that everything's going to be just fine for you and your family's going to chill out, or they're going to get out of your way, or whatever it is that you need them to do. And you're not going to like mess it up. Okay, if these cards were making you feel like you were messing something up. Okay, I also want to make that abundantly clear. So let's also talk about this next one. We have the Pig, nurturer of fossils. Nurturer. I believe that's the Queen, because the Queen's a nurturer. Yep, we're going to go with that. So Queen of Pentacles. So, all right. And if I'm wrong and you have this deck at home and you're like, that's a page or a king, you be sure and let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's probably a Queen of Pentacles. So with the Queen, this is good. This means that you're going to have your finances in place. This also, yes, you guys, this is showing me that she's got a hold of her finances, this Queen, but she also like knows how to delegate and like deal with the family situation. Yes. Do you see how this is all connecting? It is so rad. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, we have Rooster, call to awakening. All righty. And I believe that that one is the World. Let's make sure. Because I'm a dork and I will mess it up, y'all, every time. See, it was the Sun. I almost said, or the Sun. All right, the Sun. So the Sun is also right next to the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that's just like, it can't get any better than that. I just ripped my own hair out. Also lucky for you guys, because my hair is magical. All right, so we have the Sun, which is like probably the most benevolent card in the deck. That is pretty awesome. And then we also have the Nine of Shells. And this popped out because it just got trapped inside the book. And so it is in the reverse. And so with the Nine of Shells in reverse, I honestly don't take that as like, I know a lot of people read reversals as like, oh, if it means something good, then it comes out reverse. It means like the exact opposite bad. And that's not what I'm seeing. With like the Nine of Shells, which is the Nine of Cups, okay, in tarot, that's the wish card where it's like every wish can be granted, okay? What I'm seeing with it being upside down is that that's just a reminder from your guides saying that, remember, all is well. This is a good time of fortune, even with stressors that are involved. That's just part of life, and not to let it hang your head up, okay? And that all the good things have already, they're already set in stone. They are coming to pass, or they already have come to pass. And all you need to do now is balance out those stressors with enjoyment, because the road is clear for good times. I'm telling you, pile twos. Am I done yet? No, I'm going to get you some more tarot cards. Since you got so many of these in a row, guides of pile twos, I only need like 2 or 3 of these. Well, looky there. Thank you. 2 exactly popped out. So let's go ahead and, yes, we have the wheel. Okay. And the animal in this deck for the Wheel of Fortune is reindeer or caribou. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. Yes, you can now move forward and make great progress. Good. Yes, yes, yes. And look how it's like gonna fit right there next to your family. Okay, because I feel like the family thing might be a stress thing for a lot of you. And then also I see them going the same direction as like the polar bear and the goose. These guys might be opposing them a little bit, right? But that's okay. This could be you standing up to your family just like you will as the polar bear, or standing up to people for your family. All right, and then we also have Queen of Spring, which is talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. You have the Persian cat. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. I agree. We're going to set that right over here. Okay. Can you still see all these? Pile 2. All right. So overall, what I'm seeing is that, yes, everything is fine. I think that possibly some of you, a lot of you might have been worried that the stressors in this situation for you, though they're different for everyone, was going to, or possibly will, come in and ruin your good fortune. And that is not true. Even if someone tries, look at that. You're going to be okay. Okay. Positive change. Right? Celebration, balance, abundance, joy. It's all good. Wishes coming true. It's all good, y'all. It's all good. Okay, so those are my messages for pile 2. So please like and subscribe if you could get anything out of that. Also, leave me some comments if you would like to see different readings in the future. Also, give me comments on how this resonated with you. And as always, just take care of yourselves, and thank you for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello there, pile 3s. So if you picked this deck, we are going to get into what your animal spirits have to say to you. Also, keep in mind that the first card that I pull is going to be an overall energy card, or an overall spirit energy that you have right now for a particular animal. Okay. And so that being said, let's look and see, because that popped out before I could even explain to you. So I'm going to go ahead and think that that's probably the right one. Let's go ahead and see what your overall spirit energy is right now. Pose brave flight. And it looks like we have a bird. And I'm not a huge bird expert. You will not let fear stop you this time. Nice. Okay. It looks like kind of like you know, like one of those city birds. I don't live in the city. So like a pigeon. I know nothing of birds, y'all. I told the last group, I was like, please, please, please do not hold my limited knowledge of proper names of critters. Do not hold it against me. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'd prefer you not. It would make me feel better. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get the book out for this one so I can try to figure out what that bird is. They aren't saying what kind of bird that is either. But this also says you're going to be offered a chance to do something out of your normal reality, and instead of thinking it through again and again and analyzing its risks until you are immobilized, Pose Brave Flight asks you to take the suggestion of another and fly high. Okay. Really positive energy for all of the piles so far of this, like, don't hold back, just go for it kind of energy has been kind of rad. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this up here. So it looks like if you had an issue with bravery before, that is not going to be the case this time. let me zoom so we can get a better view of your cards. Look at this pile 3. Your energy is just astounding. So 2 cards have already just popped off the bottom for you. I was looking for about 4 or 5 for each pile. Here's another one. Spoiler alert, that happened in the last pile as well, that the middle one just kind of popped out like that. Let's go ahead and take these 2. And let's go ahead and start with the one in the middle that has revealed itself first. Okay, beautiful cards. All right. So the Black Cat, Lost Magic, Atonement, and Rebalance. Okay, so Lost Magic, I want to make sure to make it abundantly clear to anyone watching pile 3 that lost magic does not ever mean that you cannot get it back. At least that's part of my belief system. And magic can be whatever you think it means, okay? Like for me, it means like the ability to improve your life spiritually, you know, physically, mentally, with the power of your own mind is what magic means to me, okay? It means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And so whatever magic you think you've lost, like it could even just be like losing like, you know, I never actually watched this movie, but that movie that came out like back in the 90s, like when, like how Stella got her groove back, okay? I don't usually watch a lot of romances, and so I didn't see that one. But if like magic is like your groove kind of thing, it's not lost forever. Okay. There might be some atonement that needs to be done, and that could be atonement that you need to do. It could be atonement that somebody owes you. Okay. And it looks like to me, like based on the card itself, that this little gal here, with her little black wings and her little disposition, and her back turned, is basically like she's been wronged. Okay. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, is that somebody maybe needs to atone to you, or you at least feel like they do. Maybe the world needs to atone to you for how your life has been. Just popped into my head. All right, let's see what else we've got. Oh, the butterfly ferrets. Okay, so remember, pile 3, you did the shapeshifter deck. So, I mean, like, your animals are going to be freaky, just so you know. So if you're like, I want like real animals that I can see out in the wilderness, so if I see one, then I'll know it's a message for me. Don't worry about it. If you see a butterfly, it's connected to this message. If you see a ferret, also. All right. So we have the butterfly ferrets. I am reborn. Yes. So I feel like a rebirth to most of the pile 3 folk, like change, radical change, might feel scary to some, or uncomfortable at least, or inconvenient to the point of being irritating at the very least. All right. But there's a rebirth coming for you. And number 5 is here. What number did you get there? 26. All right. So those also could be significant numbers to some of you. You also could be traveling by air with these wings that I'm seeing. You also picked the backs of these, which were winged as well. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, Snake Princess. The Serpentine Path to Power, 42. This card is super awesome. Don't freak out about the whole Garden of Eden symbolism. Generally in divination, when you see like a snake, right? Or even a snake with like the girl with the piece of fruit, okay? Looks very biblical. Generally the message is one of less of temptation and one of gaining knowledge and power, because some, you know, see the Bible story as being like, yes, the snake was the reason why they got driven out of the Garden of Eden, but it's also the reason why they had free will, and or that they are aware that they had free will, okay? And also their awareness of good and evil so that they could choose, okay? So some would say that, even some Christians would say that that was like divine providence, that was meant to happen. They were meant to eat the fruit kind of situation. So in this realm, it's a positive card. Okay. So don't get hung up on the like devil aspect of this. This is very much like a rise to power, that you're going to get what you need to give you the knowledge to help you, or the experience to help you get through this situation, to find your magic that you lost. Okay. Or to either atone for something you feel like you've done, even if it's something that nobody else has a problem with. Maybe there's something that you personally want to atone for on your own in some way. Okay. Even something like as blameless as survival, blah, 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 survivor guilt. Okay. That type of thing could also be something that somebody would want atonement for. Yeah. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Lots of different words are coming into my brain. All right, let's see what else we've got. This is also a card of transformation, by the way, and being reborn, rising to power. You're ready this time. You're not going to be afraid. You're ready to get your mojo back, your magic, okay? And, oh, y'all saw me shuffle this on live. I mean, it just doesn't. I love this phoenix more than any other phoenix I've ever seen in art. It is just so cute. So the golden phoenix, something you thought finished, bursts back into life. I love these cards. This card in particular with the phoenix, you know, everybody knows it's like the little like birdie or chicken looking guy that has like the fiery tail, and it rises from the ashes, burns itself up, and then rises from the ashes again for all time. 12 is a symbol of that holy repetition, okay, of like not just like physical life, but like of like the life after as well. And so big picture stuff definitely coming through with these cards. With the phoenix, definitely maybe with this idea that you're going to jump into something without fear. I almost feel like some of you are getting a second chance. Like a second chance at like getting your magic back, getting your mojo back, starting something new, transforming into somebody completely different. And you're not afraid this time, which means that like some of you are coming out of like a long period of fear, and like, amen to that. Rocking hard. Good for you guys. Pile 3. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh my goodness. Dragonling Garden, a new world is born. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. So once you allow yourself to be reborn, take this plunge and be not afraid. You're going to transform not just yourself, but the entire world around you. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's get you some tarot. We're going to start with the Spirit Animal Tarot. I'm just going to warn you now, pile 3. I am not above grabbing the book and helping myself out if there's an animal in here that I am not 100%. If I'm not 100% sure of all the messages getting through, or if I'm just completely ignorant to that animal in general because I'm from the sticks and I have no idea. Look at that. All right. Yeah, I'm from the sticks. Why, you couldn't tell how I talk? Okay, so let's, 5 is perfect. So let's go ahead and lay these out. And scooch them down. Okay, in the other readings, and I'm not saying or guaranteeing this is going to happen in this one, but we've noticed that we have similar numbers of these cards popping out to these cards popping out up here, and that these cards seem to be helping or clarifying or giving advice for any of the messages that are happening up here. Okay, so let's start. We have lizard. Sorry, I blinded myself with that light glare. How about you look through here and I'll look through here? Okay, lizard, 7 of branches. So that's 7 of wands. Okay. So generally with 7 of wands in tarot is like a person like standing their ground with like 1 wand, and then there's like 6 other wands like coming towards them, and they're like standing there like, this sucks, but I'm gonna stay here and fight. Okay. Notice how there's a rainbow over this little lizard here. Okay. Notice how his little I'm just going to say it because it's what popped into my head. His little pissed off face flags. Sorry. His little pissed off face flags are out, like he's ready to fight, but he's also over all this water and on like a branch. I feel like that's not that sturdy, and like he's scared of all these other branches. Okay. Like he doesn't have a safe place to hop. Sorry about the light glare. I'm trying really hard not to do that to you. So, with this little guy here, the main lesson generally with the Seven of Wands is that even though you're outnumbered and even though it seems bleak and like you feel butthurt, it's not just like, oh, I gotta fight to survive. It's like, I gotta fight these guys, and it's like hurting my feelings that like there's this much animosity towards me. So that being said, real or imagined, and I'm wondering with this reborn card being over the top, and this idea of this like serpent transformation thing that's supposed to be happening, right? We got the dragon too, which is like the epitome of like serpentine transformation, y'all. Which is like Jim Morrison, Lizard King, like badassery. Okay. Hopefully I can say that. I guess we'll find out when I try to publish this thing. So with the Seven of Branches here, this little guy's all puffed up and ready to fight. You're generally not going to back down, okay? But with the rainbow in the background, and with most of the interpretations of the Seven of Wands that I've seen, is that like victory is in your favor when you pull this card, okay? So don't fret, all right? Don't be afraid. Remember that message above all else. Okay, next. Hummingbird. Yay, I love hummingbirds. Okay, so hummingbird is the Six of Branches, which is the Six of Wands, which is interesting that it's right here next to the Seven of Wands, because the Six of Wands is all about being celebrated by your people. So like, I feel like almost like because this is right next to this, and because you're going to be reborn, and because you're supposed to be letting go of fear, that this Seven of Wands energy is not anybody actually coming after you. Pile threes. That is in your mind. Okay. You're either imagining that it is happening, or you're imagining that it might happen, like waiting for that other shoe to drop when things start going well. Okay. With the Six of Branches here, this is a very celebrated little figure, the hummingbird. I don't know any other culture that's like, hummingbirds, those things are bad luck. Kill that thing. Okay. Violence is never the answer, y'all. With the hummingbird, it's like a celebrated little critter that like enjoys the sweetness of life. Okay. Also, we have the fruit up here, right? So I'm getting this idea of like, once you get past this fear element and this feeling that people are against you, you're going to realize that people that you thought were against you are actually cheering you on, is the message that I'm getting, which is great. And I think that you're going to recognize that. So try to open yourself up to that possibility. And that's going to be part of the key to getting that magic back and to losing that fear that you carry with you, that you've carried with you. Okay, moving along. Oh, and others will celebrate you with this card as well. Ah, dolphins, Two of Shells. So that's the Two of Cups. So that's like a partnership that's coming up, a balance being struck. So y'all, it's right underneath the atonement card. Remember how I said earlier how like some of you might feel like you might want somebody to atone for something they did to you. So check it out. This is like two people coming together and like striking a balance between them. So like I'm seeing like atonement will be met one way or the other, whether it's you atoning for something or them, or if this is actually a people matter, or if it's more abstract than that, like something going on inside of yourself. Okay. As corny as that sounds, depending on who you are, it looks like it's going to resolve beautifully. Like, y'all. Okay. This is why I love doing animal, like readings, because like they're always so positive and good, and I just always love the feelings that they give me. All right, so we have the Two of Feathers, the heron. Okay, this is an animal I don't know much about, but with the Two of Feathers, that would be the Two of Swords. Okay, and that's usually the one where you got the like person sitting in the chair and they're like blindfolded and they got two swords crossing each other, right? And usually comes down to like this idea of like having a choice that you need to make, right? Having a situation that needs balanced out that you haven't looked at yet, that you need to actually take the blindfold off and look at objectively without fear. Okay. Notice too that it's nighttime. And so a lot of times with tarot cards, like with the moon card, a lot of times it talks about like the obscured vision of like your intuition or like your understanding being obscured, or your ability to tell what's happening. And so that being obscured, I think with it being night, kind of represents the blindfold for this little birdie here. Okay. And so with this one, I'm seeing that there's going to be some trust issues you might have with this situation, and that your guides are saying, or your mind is saying, that you can take off that blindfold and you can look at this objectively now that you're ready. Okay. Because all you had to do is remove the fear. And I feel like you're ready to lose that fear. Like you're determined that you're not going to let it happen. And this transformation is going to be complete. Okay. So let's see. Sea lion, the 7 of shells, which would be the 7 of cups. So with the 7 of cups, a lot of times it represents like this person like not knowing which ones they should be like looking at. Okay. Or which ones are best for them, like having too many options and not knowing what to decide, or having too many thoughts in your mind, or having somebody like being sleight of hand with you, like somebody distracting you by showing you too much so that they can get one over on you. Or it can sometimes indicate confusion. Okay. But what I'm seeing here with it appearing underneath the dragonling garden, and with it being a rainbow, and with him being so happy, and with all these things, I'm going to take the meaning of the 7 of cups, which also means that you have all these abundant, wonderful options in front of you. And really the world is your oyster. You just have to like partake in it, right? You just have to like start to participate in that. And I think for most of you, the key of that is to lose whatever that fear is that's holding you back. And I think every single one of you knows exactly what that is when I'm speaking about it. So I will say no more, but I will also give you some of these tarot cards. So we're just going to need 1, 2, 3 of these perhaps for pile 1. Hang on. Let's not lose that one because I felt like that one was important. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. We'll just go with that one then. Okay. Whoops. Okay. So we'll start off with this one here. We have the Fool. Excellent. The Shepherd Puppy. You are starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. Yes, do not be afraid. You are being protected, right? And everything is fine to go ahead. So that also solidifies to me that this card was in the positive for you. Okay. And last but not least, we have the 10 of Autumn, which is the 10 of Pentacles. So we have, is it 10 of Pentacles? Kind of looks like 10 of Cups, actually. Let's look and see. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and that your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. Yep, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this right here is like 10 of Autumn, like in the autumn of your years, okay? You're going to be looking back on this whole situation, whatever it may have been for each of you, because that's different for all. And you're going to be so glad that you did what you did, because it's not just going to just transform how you feel about things, pile 3. And I want to stress this to the pile 3s who are watching this, past, present, future. It's going to change your whole world around you. It's going to change the whole world, including your family and like the generations that come after you, which is amazing. Okay, so that being said, I believe those are your messages from animal spirits. Feel free to pause this video and write down, you know, all the animals that you see. Like this one has a ton of little animals in this picture, okay, besides just the dragons, okay? And I would look them all up and see what kind of like powers they have and what kind of messages they have for you, because you'll find even more resonance that way. Go ahead and leave me some comments in the comment section letting me know how this resonated with you. Also, give me suggestions on readings you'd like to see in the future. And then, as always, please like and subscribe if you would like to see more. And feel free to email me or leave me a message in the comments if you would like to set up a private reading, because I do make time for those. All right, pile threes, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile five. So if you picked this pile, then we will start. So what I'm going to do, I should start talking before I start shuffling, because like your guides are already here. They've been waiting in line, pile five. They're ready to go. We've been getting crazy energy, and so like I'm loopy, and it's been really fun. So hopefully you'll just go with me on that one. So as far as the way we're going to do this is I'm going to pick one card first that will give me an idea of your overall energy and what spirit wants me to know about you and what animal wants to connect to you first. And then we will get some more, and then we'll move on to some tarot. So first off, we have the owl. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This tried to pop out like all 3 times I was like messing around with these. And I was like, I should wait. I should do this. And then it came out anyway. So the owl, this is a creature of the air. It is a creature of wisdom. It is a creature of the night, nocturnal. Okay. It is a creature of communication. It's always like the wise old owl, right? It's also a fierce predator, a crafty, well-sighted entity. Okay. So what I'm picking up for you, pile 5, is that you're an old soul already. And it's interesting that this is coming through for you in particular. It's coming through a little bit different than the other piles. The other piles, it was more like a situation. Like the animals were like, this is what you need to know. With you, I feel like this is who you are, which is very interesting. So wise old soul, huh? Put that right up there. We'll zoom back out here in a minute after we look at some of these. So why is pile 5 here? What do they need to know? What do the animal spirits want the people in pile 5 to know? I need about 4 more, if I could, please. Thank you. Oh, not that many. That'll do. Oh, 1 more. Thank you. Okay. Put these right up here. Okay, pile 5. I've never done 5 piles before. You're my first pile 5. All right, here we go. Ooh, excellent. The snake. So this is an earth critter. It's also another like super powerful like animal to have in your like totem, or to have in your energy at all. It's all about transformation. But both the owl and the snake, I feel like, are older souls, like ancient beings. Okay. And so this is speaking again of like this fact that like you're this like old soul. Okay. And I feel like you yourselves are ancient beings. Okay. So like myself personally, I believe in past lives. Okay. So if you don't believe in past lives or anything after death, simply your psyche goes back a long way. Like you have a long memory. You have like a connection to like histories, like even beyond just like your familial history, like his ancient histories. Okay. And this ability to adapt to change is also what I'm seeing. Like you're able to shed that old skin, and you've done it over and over and over again. And that's what's made you so wise, is what's coming through here. We also have the vulture, which is another air critter, another little meat-eating bird, right? Only this one's a scavenger. So I'm seeing also that with the vulture energy that you have this innate ability to use resources around you like really well. Nothing is wasted on you. No ideas are wasted on you either. Like I'm seeing like nothing gets past you. Pile 5. I still don't know why you're here though. Maybe you just needed to know what kind of energy you've got, pile 5. If so, here we are. The wolf is in reverse. I'm going to go ahead and honor that. Don't freak out. If you're scared of reversals, don't be. Okay. So with wolf energy, you have a very independent spirit, but also the ability to be part of a pack, to work well with others, and even to lead. Okay. What I'm seeing with the vulture and the snake, and even with the owl a little bit, almost like they're mirroring each other. The wolf is what I would call like, I'm trying to, like, ruthless in a way, like able to lead, being like well to execute good decisions. But I'm seeing a shrewdness coming through for you, pile 5s. And so I think maybe why you're here is to get some, like, you're at the top of your game. Like, I don't want to criticize you because I feel like all of you are smarter than me. Like, in a lot of ways, and more capable than me in lots and lots of even more ways. But I see this as being like, with it being reversed, that the dark side of the wolf is this lone wolf mentality where maybe you push others away, or you get like a superiority complex where, like, because you're smarter than so many others in so many other areas and more capable in so many other areas, you're clearly gifted. It tends to give you maybe a little bit of a superiority over others, or a frustration with people who aren't quite as evolved as you. And so what I'm seeing here from your guides is that they want you to kind of flip that and lose that ruthlessness, I think, is kind of a message that I'm seeing, at least for some of you. Also, I'm seeing that some of you just need to branch out more, that might be part of your next transformation, is branching out more and becoming part of a more social atmosphere. Next. Ooh, the horsey. So with the horse, definitely a symbol for freedom, of free spirit, determination, strength, agility. Okay. It can also be skittish and destructive when it wants to be. So can a wolf. So can any of these guys, really, when they really apply themselves just right. I'm seeing this little moon on the forehead, symbolizing to me that you need to work on your inner intuitions. Your psychic abilities might need some looking into with the owl energy that I'm picking up, and with the snake. And also the wolf is also kind of a magic-y spiritual animal that you hear about in mythology a lot more. But with, that's what I'm trying, like, they want you to kind of like not lose the vulture, like, ability to adapt and to be useful and to use, not waste anything. Okay. And that you have this like specific higher purpose of like a thing that you do and a thing that you do well, right? Which is like being this top dog of like intellectual, like, superiority. Okay. Your guides are saying that with the horse, like, to bring like a more intuitive, gentle touch to it, because like horses can pick up on the feelings of others. Okay. A vulture can kind of pick up on the feelings of others probably, but it's more like, you know, hanging around like, yeah, you're going to be dead soon and I get to eat. Kind of is how they pick up on the feelings of others, if they're picking up on any feelings at all. Okay. And your guys are trying to find this balance between the two to get this wolf up in the upright position, make you a better leader, make you a better people person, and less of a loner, I think, is what's coming through here, is to bring a more intuitive touch to those around you. Like, consider what others might be thinking and feeling before you speak or make decisions. Okay. Not to let it cloud your judgment entirely. That's not going to happen. You're too damn smart. Okay, so don't worry about that happening. Don't worry about going soft. Okay, and last but not least, the world is your oyster, baby. Snapskis, that's a pretty positive card to get, right? All the fine things in life. So I feel like because you're at the tippy top of what you need to be, what you're missing out on is because you're lacking that one quality. And I think that's why you're here, pile 5. I'd love to have a conversation with you though, because like you seem super smart. All right, let's get you some tarot. Whoa, maybe not that much tarot. Let's just shuffle these ones that popped out and see what we get. I want like, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We definitely don't want 10. I want about 5, like half of these. So like, if I don't get one that pops out, we'll cut them. We'll cut the deck. That's what we'll do. And then we'll line them out. Yep, let's do that. So we're going to take the first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So first off, we have the Camel Seeker of Branches. So that, to me, is the Knight of Wands. We have the Sea Lion, the 7 of Shells, which is the 7 of Cups. We have the Crocodile and Butterfly. Ooh, 2 in 1. Masters of Discernment. Ooh. We have the Sea Turtle, the Nurturer of Shells. So that'd be like the Queen of Cups. And then we have the Bull, Keeper of Sacred Tradition. This is the Hierophant card. And then, my bad, the 20 is the... See, 20 is... Oh, the Judgment card. Okay. So this is the Judgment card in regular tarot, and we have a crocodile and a butterfly. So here's what I'm picking up from these for you, pile 5. Is that, yeah, you with this camel, see all the people back there, like there, and this camel's like by himself, like chewing on his wand, like, what up, B words? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out so you can actually see what's going on. There we go. So this camel here, notice how all the other camels are back there doing their thing, and he's kind of off, like, I don't want to say showing off, because I don't think you're a show off per se. But this camel isn't joining the herd yet, okay? And that's that whole lone wolf mentality of like, it's fine, you're doing fine, you're going to be great no matter what you do, but like, I feel you not getting, your guides are saying that you're not getting everything out of life that you could be getting, that you're supposed to be getting in this journey, okay? Because you're not opening yourself up to this softer, intuitive side of like considering others' feelings and thoughts. And considering others in general, even when they're not as smart or as capable as you. At the very least, like when you get that sense, and I think everybody gets superiority like complex depending on what you're like dealing with, it makes it easier to become frustrated because like if you're surrounded constantly by people that can't keep up with you, you get frustrated with them, and that's something that you don't need in your life. With the 7 of Shells, this is like taking in a lot at once. It could be like your head is in the clouds, okay? Basically, in this sense, what I'm getting is that you have a lot of attributes that are wonderful, but you need to focus on others as well, okay? And not just focus on what they can't do for you, focus on what they can do, focus on what you can do for them, okay? And then with the crocodile and butterfly, yeah, I'm seeing, like, I see them like making friends in this picture, and it's like this crocodile could easily just like snap up this little butterfly like it was nothing and just eat it. But I don't think it's going to. I think the sun's shining down on both of them, and they're having a moment of like, oh, we can get along and just have a good day together. Okay. And I think that's another message that's coming through for you right under that wolf. of join the pack sometimes, pile 5. It's not the end of the world to try. Not everybody has to be exactly on par with you. Sometimes people who are very different from us challenge us in ways that we don't realize. Okay. And like, I know, you're not smarter than everyone else, right? There's other things that you can get emotionally, okay, and intuitively, and not just like intellectually or practically or monetarily. Okay. Then we have the sea turtle, which is the Queen of Cups. So yes, they're asking you to like, once again, to be that nurture, to be a nurturer, find a nurturer within yourself, find compassion for people around you. Okay. And for your lessers, like lesser animals, lesser people that you consider less than you, or, situations that you think might be beneath what you need to be, like maybe like it's beneath you to like clean or something because you've worked so hard you don't need to clean anymore or whatever. Maybe volunteer and clean for somebody else and see how that makes you feel. I don't know. I feel like such a dork. Okay, let's keep going. And then yeah, the keeper of sacred tradition. Once you have accomplished this and let this part of yourself become and let those other people in, they're going to respect you more and you're going to connect with them more. And it's going to become this like harmonious thing where like you're still going to be like probably in a position over others in a lot of situations because of your higher intelligence that I'm picking up on, but you'll connect more and you'll get more emotional and like intuitive satisfaction out of life than just being like a go-getter that just hangs out by yourself. Okay, let's last but not least get you just a few more tarot cards out of this deck. Look at that, 2 popped right out. 2 is plenty. So we have, gosh dang, we got so many of the same cards. It's crazy. I wouldn't doubt some of you little sneaky doos are in here reading, getting more than one reading, which is awesome. Glad to see you. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, another owl, which also happened in the other. Sneaky. Okay, so this is a time to pause and reflect, not to take action. Trust in your own spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. Yes, doing this is not going to take away from the awesomeness that you were before. It's going to make you better. Okay, and then we also have the Emperor. Yes, structure, organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role as you have much wisdom to offer. This goes along with this one. You do have wisdom to offer, but to share it, what does that entail? It entails other people. Right, pile 5? All right, that's what I have for you today, pile 5. Awesome stuff, you guys. Great times. So thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of these. Also, if you would, give me some comments on how this resonated with you. And then also give me some feedback on readings you'd like to see in the future. As always, take care. And my neighbor cat, Abel, has stopped by to say hello. There's my thumb too. Say hi, Abel. So maybe look up something on some cats as well, pile 5, because some kitty cat energy just came right in. Okay, take care. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.